Hello, Charizard for the win here. It's been a while, but I wanted to talk about some movies that I saw this summer and didn't really get around to reviewing them exactly. Anyways, let's talk about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Now, I really liked the first, I guess, reboot or whatever, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That one was good. And this one continues the story about 10 years later with most of the same apes, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this one's even better than the first one, I would say. And it is really cool. Even with that intro where they showed what has kind of happened in the last 10 years over different news broadcasts and things like that. We've seen similar things before in other movies, but this one did its own unique thing with it taking the end credits of the first Planet of the Apes where the infection was spreading throughout the world. It took that idea with it, and we saw how the different countries were losing electricity and civilization and things like that. And it was really cool. And anyways, the whole movie is really great. Caesar is Andy Serkis. He's great as ever. Everyone else, all the other apes are pretty cool. The main one I want to talk about is this ape called Koba. I think we saw him in the first one briefly, but in this one, he's really cool. Basically, I guess this is sort of a spoiler, but the movie's been out for a bit, so whatever. He's basically one of the villains of this movie, and it's really cool because he's a very great villain, actually one of the best ones I think we've seen in a while, and just his cunningness, is that a word? I don't care. And his strength, he's intimidating, he's smart, he manipulates pretty much everyone, and does a really great job of, you don't want to mess with this guy, and just messing things up. He does a great job of doing that. And basically, what was I even talking about? This movie is pretty cool. All the human characters are pretty decent as well. Let's get my head actually in the frame here. And what I think this one did better is where, what's his name? Harry Osborn was pretty good in the first one. But I don't even know most of the human characters in this one except for Gary Oldman. But all of them did a great job. And they were more interesting than than Harry Osborn and whatever his girlfriend's name was and those people. They were alright, they were fine, they were functional. But in this one, some of the human characters were actually really cool. But they didn't take away from the apes. As I said, Andy Serkis does a great job here. There's some cool stuff where shit starts going down. There's a really cool ape versus human battle with guns and stuff. And it's one of the coolest battles I think we've seen in a movie in a while, because it's basically like a castle siege type battle, but they all have guns, and it's not like humans versus humans, it's humans versus apes, and I don't know, it felt very original and something we hadn't seen in a while, at least I thought it was cool. And it's nice to see some big movie battles going on, because there isn't really much like that. There's fight sequences a lot of the time, but nothing there's two different armies fighting each other, because that's cool, and we like to see that. Well, I like to see it when it's more medieval stuff, because that's more interesting to me than a bunch of people shooting each other. But in this case, the shooting each other was really cool. So yeah, basically, this movie was really awesome. I think you should watch it if you haven't already. And I think that's it. Oh, I'm excited for the next one. Oh, right, the special effects. I wanted to mention this. So, in the first one, the special effects were pretty much great the entire time. In this one, there was an opening sequence where the apes are hunting some deer, and the special effects looked like shit. For the rest of the movie, they were fantastic. But for some reason, that one scene at the beginning, it looked like a video game. Not a well-made video game either. But other than that, the effects were great. And yeah, after that, I'm like, yeah, these apes are real. I don't care, they're real. And I think that's mostly it. What else happened in this movie? Some cool... Basically, the stuff that you could expect to happen in the story doesn't exactly happen. And yeah, it progresses. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the movie is not very predictable. It's once you see where it's going, you kind of can understand it, but it's not any. It doesn't really fall into any cliches or anything like that. Anyways, very good movie. I'm excited for if they do another one. What are we thinking? Probably Battle of the Planet of the Apes or something along those lines. That'd be cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. Goodbye.